In this lesson, we will learn about Active Directory groups. Then we create Active Directory groups at ITLifeSkills. First, we will learn about Active Directory groups, including group types and group scope. Then we will learn about the group format at ITLifeSkills. Next, we will create a new group manually, and then we create groups using PowerShell. Finally, we sum up our lesson with the keynotes. As you may know, a group is a collection of users or resources that share the same characteristics and responsibilities, which helps simplify the system administration tasks and the user tasks as well. When we create a new group, we have to specify group type. The group types can be security group, which is used to assign permission to resources, or it can be distribution group, which is used to distribute incoming emails to all group members. We also need to specify group scope, which is to control the type of group member and which domain it can be used. When a distribution group is enabled with an email address on the email system, it can be used to send emails to all the group members that can receive emails. Therefore, members of a distribution group are email objects such as mailboxes, mail contact, or distribution groups. Distribution groups cannot be used to assign permissions. For example, this user sent an email to the distribution group admins@itlifeskills.com. The email first reached to the distribution group on the email server, then get distributed to all the user mailboxes that are the members of the distribution group. When a security group is assigned with a certain access on a target resource, all the members of the security group will have the same access assigned to the group. Therefore, members of a security group are any Active Directory objects that require access, such as users, computers, servers, or security groups. Now, let's take a look at this example. In this example, the admin security group is granted with the access on this server. However, the account of this user has not been granted with the access. When the user tries to log on, it will generate a token with the user sysid of the user. And when the user tries to access the server, access is not granted. Now we add the user's account into the admin security groups and have the user log on again. And this time the token of the user has the user sysid along with the admin sysid. And when the user tries to access the server, access is granted. When a security group set up with domain local scope, it can have the following member types: user computer accounts from any domains, universal global groups from any domains, local groups from the same domain. However, the security domain local group is not available in other domains. Therefore, it can be used to assign permissions within its domain. For example, we create a new group named admins in the child domain hq.itlifeskills.local, and we add the user A in the same domain and also the user A in the root domain ITLifeSkills.local to the group. And now we can use the admins group to assign permissions on any resources within the child domain hq.itlifeskills.local, but we cannot use this to assign permission on any other domains. When a security group set up with global scope, it can have the following member types: user, computer accounts from the same domain, global groups from the same domain. The security global group is available and can be used to assign permissions in any domains. For example, we create a new global group named admins in the child domain hq.itlifeskills.local, and we add the user A from the same domain into the group. Because the group is set up with the scope global, so it will be available in the root domain, and we can use the admins global group to assign permissions in the child domain and also in the root domain. When a security group set up with universal scope, it can have the following member types: user, computer accounts from any domains, universal global groups from any domains. The security universals group can have members from any domains and can be used to assign permissions in any domains. Universals group objects and their members are replicated to all global catalog servers in the ID forest. Now we create a new security universals group named admins in the child domain hq.itlifeskills.local, and we add the user A from the same domain and also the user A in the root domain ITLifeSkills.local. Because the group scope is set to universal, so it will be available in the root domain also. And now we can use the security universal admins group to assign permissions in the child domain and in the root domain. So what scope we should set for distribution group? As you may know, the critical requirements for distribution lists are they must be show up in the global address list for everyone to search, which means they must be available in all domains. Also, they must be capable of having members from any domains. Therefore, distribution lists are usually configured with universal scope. In IT Life Skills, a group has the following format. It must be created in lowercase. It always starts with GRP to identify it is a group. It must not contain the word "and". If a group has multiple words, connecting the words by dashes. If a group belongs to a department, then it has the department name. If a group belongs to a project, then it has the project name. For example, to assign permissions to the department art and design folder, create a group, start with GRP, and then we add the department name. However, the department has the "and" in its name, so we remove the word and then we connecting the words with dashes. So the group will has the name grp-art-design. Now to assign permissions to the logic launch project folder, we will create a group named grp-logic-launch. Let's create the department group for the department accounting and finance manually. To do that, we need to click on the group's organizational unit and click on new and click on group. And here we type the group name GRP dash accounting dash finance, and we use a group as a global group, and it is a security group because it's used to assign the permission. Now we just need to click OK, and that's it. We have just created the group for the finance department, name GRP-accounting-finance. As you may remember, we created this CSV file to store all the department names, and in this case we removed the accounting and finance department from the list, and we save it into our server at the location C scripts data folder, and here is the departments.csv file. Now let's get back to our script. First, we need to construct the group name of the art and design department based on its name. To do that, we store the department name into the department variable. To extract all the words in the department name, we have to split it by the space character and store it into the name variable. As a rule, the group always starts with GRP, so we set the initial group name as GRP. Next, we need to use for each loop to loop through each word in the names, and if the word is not equal to n, then we add the group name with the dash character and the word. And because the group always in lowercase, so we convert it into lower. And after the for each loop finished, we will have the group name. Now let's run the script. And we will verify the group name. As you can see, we have the correct group name GRP-art-design. Next, we need to verify all the department names in the CSV file. To do that, we need to run this script and we verify the department's variable. As you can see, we have all the department names. Next, we need to create the groups based on the department names for all the departments. To do that, we need to move the script over here into the for each loop to generate the group names based on its department. And here is the command to create the group. Just copy it and paste it into our script. Now we need to replace the existing script with the group name, and same for the same account name, and same for the display name. Now for the path, we just need to put it in the path variable. And to find the distinguished name of the groups of use, we just need to right click on the groups and click on the attribute editor and click on the distinguished name and copy it and click OK here and click OK and paste it into the path. and we replace the existing path with the path variable. Now for the description, we just use the department name. So we replace this with the department variable. Now let's run the script and let's get back to Active Directory users and computer and refresh it. As you can see, we have all the groups created based on the department names. Similarly, to create project groups based on the project names, we created this CSV file that contains all the project names and store it in our server at the location C scripts data folder, and here is the projects.csv file. Now let's get back to our script. First, we need to read the project name from the CSV file. To do that, we just need to run this script and check the projects variable. As you can see, we have all the project names. Now, let's run the script to create the project groups based on the project names. And that's it. Let's get back to Active Directory users and computer and refresh. And we have all the groups based on the department names and project names. This is the end of this lesson. Let's read the keynotes.